All right, we are off to the allotment again today. Our favorite thing to do every single week. And this time I actually packed the garlic, so I didn't forget that. And we are going to plant garlic and keep on working on the mulch because that's a never-ending job. And we have a ton of cardboard this time. So I'm looking forward to it because now we can actually put some cardboard underneath everything and hopefully stop the weeds. So come along. They refilled the wood chips. How exciting for us. Oh yeah. So I'm trying to assess exactly what I want to do today because it's like you look at it and you're like, oh, we need to do this and this and this. And of course it ends up being everything. So I'm just trying to come up with like a game plan because the weeds are already back with a vengeance. Like already weeded all of this, and of course the weeds are already coming back up. Same here. So, and then this is what we didn't work on last time and it's full, but then of course we want to do the back and then we want to do here and it all becomes a whole thing. But this was probably my most exciting thing to see from last week to this week. I'm going to just turn around so my shadow's not here. Can you believe it? There's corn! And they're all over here too. I'm sure a raccoon will get them before I do, but what fun. This is so much fun. So, and I got a red tomato. So it is fun coming back. And I saw a bee here on my broad beans. And the cabbage is coming big. The broad beans?
Tons of flowers.
Yeah, I'm excited to be able to harvest off them too. So this is fun. Anyway, I guess talk strategy and then figure out what to do from there. So let's get started. Okay, so like there's obviously like a million different things we can do.
Yeah.
Like we go back and weed the stuff we already worked on to try and keep the weeds down.
Okay.
There's working on these rows that we didn't get to.
Well, we have all the cardboard.
I need to finish the garlic.
Yeah.
And then I kind of want to work on that, just even doing the back section there.
With cardboard or just weeding?
No, just weed. I want to build the thing, weed it, plant the garlic, and then put wood chips on that back row.
Okay. To focus on something.
And there's like obviously all of here.
So we have all of that cardboard. Like the biggest way to use the cardboard is on this path here.
I think so too.
Yeah. So do we just do that?
I'd really like to try to get this
take that out.
Yeah. We tried a million times and couldn't get it out.
It's looser now.
With the rain. Oh, is it coming? Maybe the two of us need to do it together.
Start scraping this. I'm doing mulch.
Yeah, but I need to do the garlic.
Okay.
So I might work over there.
Okay, then I'll start scraping this.
I might weed that big one, plant the garlic, and then try and do the back pathway. I know that's a shared pathway, but it's like...
We need that anyways.
Well, I just don't want the weeds. Yeah, I want to have that separation of the weeds. Do you think
I have to dig it out.
Think it's a two-person job?
No, I'll dig it out.
Okay. Okay, so then...
Scrape it, I guess.
Well, we're kind of doing the same job, but separately today.
Yeah, until you finish your garlic, and then you can help me.
Well, I have to weed the bed and stuff. And then scrape over there. I think we can go get wood chips together, maybe.
Sure, at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, just hose on you.
God, there's so many weeds. So I was writing a bunch of my newsletters yesterday. And I was having a good time doing it.
You're doing what?
I was doing them and I was just really enjoying myself. So I think I like this new way of writing my newsletters. Like instead of being like, oh, what do I talk about? What do I come up with? Like, what are the tasks? Yada yada.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing all the like specific like topics.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing one on the black cap chickadee.
What is that?
Chickadees.
Oh, it's a specific type of chicken. Oh,
Yeah.
the one, the black cap.
Yeah, black cap chickadees.
Makes sense, okay? Yep.
Because they're just like, and then I looked and their range is all across Canada and all the northern states, so it's like relevant.
Yeah.
Like everybody who's on my newsletter list knows about this bird.
I've seen it at least, yeah.
And so I was looking at like interesting facts about it.
Yeah.
And so I learned that they live in hierarchies. Like they have a pecking order, like chickens do.
Oh, cool.
And they have like
chickens had hierarchies.
yeah, chickens have a really like aggressive pecking order.
Okay.
They bully each other if they're low on the list. So you have to be careful with your chickens because they'll like aggressively hurt other chickens. I know, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, so chickadees have a pecking order too. And there's a specific call that they made. It's called like grunting or something like that. That they'll make to another chickadee if a low-ranking chickadee comes too close to a higher-ranking one. This is like chimps.
I don't know what that sounds like. Have we rendered it?
Well, so I found a YouTube video that explains the different calls. So I've included it in the newsletter too.
Yeah.
So it's like literally I'll be like, here's a bunch of cool tips and here's a video to watch so you can like hear what it sounds like.
That's cool.
It like makes it so much more fun, like writing the newsletter. And I'm learning so much stuff at the same time.
That's cool. Makes it a lot easier to write material.
Well, yeah, if they're interesting or kind of fun. Like if I find them fun, I'm hoping other people find them fun.
Yeah.
I want to be able to start the springtime where we have like the infrastructure set up.
Yeah.
So it's like we have our fence set up, we've got the mounds built. So all we have to do is come in, plant, and then weed, and then top up the mulch. Like that's my proper goal. So if like November is a half decent month to be able to keep working,
That would be good.
then I'd like to keep working. I just found one of my broccolis in the middle of all these weeds.
Yeah.
And it's like a fraction of the size of the other ones because of how competitive the weeds are. I swear people are like 24/7 tilling properties. Yet I don't know how.
Tilling all the time.
Yeah, it's like, but how could it possibly be happening? Like it's the end of the season, so unless you're tilling your whole property,
Yeah, it makes sense.
like flipping it. This garden is now looking like a garden again. I feel like the chances of me getting strawberries out of this garden is like 0.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
Just hope they're feeding other stuff.
There's like a dandelion right beside the strawberries, but it's like sharing the same root paths as the strawberry plant. And so when I pulled out I didn't even get the root, but when I pulled out part of the dandelion, I ripped off like 6 strawberry flowers. With some actual berries that are coming out. Like to pull out this dandelion, I'm like pulling out the actual like strawberry plant. Sorry, strawberry. You'll thank me later though. I almost want to like dig up some of these lupins and just bring them home.
Good. You want to feed the rabbits?
Yeah. Well, they obviously grow really well here. Like, what is with having a dandelion so close to the base of this strawberry that you can't tell who's who? It'll be nice when I have my table here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want like a winter to see if what people leave behind over the winter.
There.
I don't want to work hard like reviving my chairs and my table just for someone to steal it, because we both know that my furniture is so beautiful it's going to get stolen. Yeah. And then I'm going to have to buy just those plastic chairs that everybody uses. You know how I said I wanted to build like a little patio box here? Yeah. I was just thinking about that, and if we do that we'd have to be comfortable with mice living under it. And well, I kind of do, because then it's like they've got a buffet.
Oh, it's the garden.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can walk for him and keep him out.
Because it's like, if I build a perfect place for them to hide, they don't need to go far if they have both shelter and food nearby. And like, I don't mind, like, there's going to be mice here. It's a massive field. Like, there's no way around it. But I feel like, do I really want to host them? Do I want to be a host family to mice? Glad the neighbor's not here because I keep throwing slugs on their property.
German
He's German.
They're German still there? No, he isn't German.
That's odd.
It's Saturday.
What do they have, recess?
Yeah, the Germans are out for their day.
That was odd. Moving on to the garlic bed now, which is good. So that way we don't leave here today without planting the garlic. I am just taking a break while Colin goes to get wood chips. And I had been weeding the whole time and it wasn't too bad. But now I'm digging out this here. And that's when it gets really tiring because there's all these weeds here. And so technically this isn't part of my allotment. It's an alleyway that connects to all these other people's gardens. But I have a vested interest in this alleyway not being covered in weeds. So I'm working on digging out all of the weeds. And then I'm going to put some cardboard down and wood chips down just so it's, you know, for the people who have to. You can see this garden here is actually being used, and so they have to kind of walk through like all these like weeds and stuff, and I just don't think that's fair for people who are in the middle garden there. So I'm hoping the next time they come they see that I've made a little walkway so that way they don't have to maintain quite as much of their area to get to their garden. So I am really hot. I feel like my cheeks are a little red here, and I'm just going to keep working away on that and then building up this bed more. And then all of this is going to get planted with garlic, which I didn't forget for a change. I finally remembered the garlic. And so today is a garlic day, but we're kind of running out of time because we have a lot of work to do at home too. So let me just show you. I weeded these gardens. These are my mini beds that I need to build up wider because the pathway is just way too big over here. So I weeded, so obviously an animal or something got one of my plants there. And then I have this tiny little guy, I'll do a close-up later, but this one and this one were surrounded by major weeds. And so you can tell they got stunted really bad because of that, because of the competition, which is probably the same for this over here. I feel really bad, but it takes up so much time. And then I did the strawberries here and I have the chives. And then obviously I stopped before I got there. So it's just really, really time consuming. And unfortunately, I think we're done for the season. So, yeah. Okay, so this is a mix of 2 bulbs that I bought and 2 bulbs that I grew. And so there's actually not as much garlic here as I actually want to plant because we have quite a large garden here. But I just want to tell you guys that this was the most satisfying task I've done probably in weeks here, is that we weeded the alleyway that goes to everybody else's gardens. And like, it's the final piece other than the edge of our own, like this edge here and that edge over there. This is the final piece to finish off this garden, but we're too tired to finish behind the seating area. So we'll do that next time. And then this was the final garden that wasn't finished yet. And so I am going to be planting a bunch of garlic in here now. But to be honest, I want this entire garden to be filled with garlic. So I have to buy some more and finish planting it. But definitely such a satisfying area to be working on. Colin's getting the last little bit of wood chips to finish right there. But now anybody who needs to access their garden can come through the aisleway here. So I'm really excited that they have access and that it's finally looking so much cleaner. Okay, so the dibber is my favorite tool to be planting bulbs with because it just works so well. And so I'm actually just going to start all the way back here. And then of course, pointed tip up and the roots down. And I don't have mulch today, so I just have to know to come and mulch this next time I'm here and have mulch. Just trying to keep some uniformity to it, just because it looks nice. And of course you want to give them enough space that they can make a nice sized bulb. You don't want to give them too much space that you're wasting. precious garden hose. It sucks because when you first make these beds, they have no weeds on them, so they look so good. And I just know the next time I come here, they're gonna be so full of weeds. This guy's a honker. I'm also gonna cover this with comfree, so that way it gets some nutrients. Last 4. Oh, they gotta make sure they don't get heaved from frost.
Yeah. What happens when they do get heaved?
When they get too shallow.
That's not the frost line, though. The frost line is like 6 feet down, isn't it? Or 4 feet down.
Well, I mean, it's not getting heaved up like a fence. It's just they get brought up higher to the surface than they want to be. And then we'll mulch it with some mulch when Strathner's ready, and I'm going to put a crap ton of concrete on top too, just to help so it breaks down and feeds them in the springtime, because they don't have to worry about fertilizing them. Okay. Here. Can you fill this with water?
Yeah.
And then just water what we just did? I already brushed as much as I could with my foot. I think I maybe did like, can you grab that side? I think I maybe did like 24. I don't know if we should. Okay. Guys, I'm dead. I'm dead. That was enough. So I planted half the bed. We marked where, so I have the rest to do. 48 garlic would be amazing. And then I'm going to come back next week and keep weeding. But I think we're done mulching pathways for now because it's really tiring. And the plants need to be weeded. And I'm going to come and hoop every single row, so that way they can go further into the winter. So I'm going to bring hoops and clips and do everything under poly, I think I'm going to do. But it's almost 1 o'clock. We were only supposed to stay here till 12. So it's time to go because we are late. Sorry? Oh, doesn't matter. Just give them something. So we're late. We won't be home till 1, which was never the plan. So time to go. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and are enjoying my corn tasseling and growing corn and my broad beans and my cabbage. We really made the most out of getting a garden late in the season, and I'm proud of us. Although we're in like dozens of hours of work now at this point, and we're tired, so.
We got some tomatoes out of it.
Yeah, we did get tomatoes out of it. And I think we'll get broad beans out of it too. That's okay, I'm carrying it with you. And we'll get garlic next year. Had we not done what we did now, we would have never gotten garlic. So, that is, we will see you guys next week. Bye!